India thinks tea is just chai, which is nothing but a concoction of milk, sugar, water put together, and then you boil it to death. Whereas real tea is nothing but you take the leaves and you just steep it with hot water.
So before we delve a little bit deeper, let me ask you this. For someone who's never heard of Teabox, how would you introduce the brand in a way that grabs their attention? And more importantly, what would you say to someone who thinks, I already have my tea? Why do I need to try something new?
So if you have been drinking tea for your entire life, I think you have been cheated. If you want to experience real tea, you have to drink fresh tea. Tea is also an agricultural product, like fruits and vegetables, which deteriorates over time. And the only way you can drink fresh tea is through a brand like ours, Teabox. We reduce the production to consumption time from 7 months or 12 months or 18 months to literally 7 to 10 days. So what you are experiencing when you have a cup of fresh tea from Teabox, you experience tea which is probably not more than 7 to 10 days old. And that experience, that sip, that single magical moment is truly transformational. So if you want to drink real tea and experience real tea, tea box is the only way to go, because we take care of light, we take care of heat, take care of oxygen by getting the tea from the tea garden in a controlled environment within 24 to 48 hours. We have India's first cold chain processing that ensures tea is stored in cold storage, and then we ship it to consumers. So that tea is way fresher than what you have been drinking all your life.
Right. So when we look at coffee drinkers, Kaushal, they're all about the details, the beans, brewing method, price points. They seem to know everything about coffee. But when it comes to tea, that's really not the case. And even the price point, people are willing to pay more for coffee than for tea. How does Teabox deal with this? Because I see that Teabox shares things like the picking dates and original origin details, which is really great. But what's been the response to that?
So honestly, I think in India, the understanding of tea is very skewed. India thinks tea is just chai, which is nothing but a concoction of milk, sugar, water put together, and then you boil it to death. Whereas real tea is nothing but you take the leaves and you just steep it with hot water, which is people outside India are used to drinking, mostly foreigners. And the best teas of India have always been exported outside India. Now, when those consumers drink the kind of teas which we give, they are again astounded by the quality. In India, unfortunately, there's a lot of education required for Indians to be educated about tea. That chai is not just tea. There's a lot more to tea when it comes to single estates, to green tea, to herbal teas. But that experience is nevertheless magical once they have a single sip. We are in the process of educating a lot of consumers, and Indians, in fact, are also developing a taste for it as much as they're developing a taste for something like coffee.